So hey guys, this is Mias, and in this video we are going to solve the day 11 2D array problem that is present on the 30 days of code on HackerRank. Okay, so let me be honest with you, because this problem will take some time and you will need to understand each and every line of code that is going to given by me on this problem. Okay, because this is very good problem and you need to understand this problem to able to solve this problem. Okay, so in this problem we have to solve this array problem. Okay, and we are going to deal with the 2D arrays. Okay, so in this problem we have given a 6 by 6 2D array that is going to be A, and we have given these values. Okay, so here we need to consider that the value of the rows and columns are always going to be the fixed values. Okay, so that is going to be 6 multiplied by 6, that is going to be 6 rows and 6 columns. Okay, and what we need to do is we need to define a hover class in the A that is going to be into the 2D array. So what we need to do is we need to take let's say we are on the 0 0 index. Okay, so to take the hover class we need to take the first 3 values from the first row, and we need to take from the second row we need to take the middle one, that is going to be the second value. Okay, and then in the last row, means that is going to be into the third row, we are going to take for the another 3 values. Okay, so we need to take the 3 by 3 rows and columns of array from this 2D array, and then we need to take the sum out of these values. Okay, so let's say we have the A, B, C, D and E, F and G, and value of the A, B, C, D, E, F, G is going to be 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so it is going to be take for the let's say we have the 3 and 3 is 6 and 7, so it's going to be take the sum is equals to the 7. Okay, according to this example. Okay, so we need to take, there are the 16 hourglass in A, especially because the value of the rows and columns are going to be fixed. Okay, so we have only 16 hourglass in this type of array. Okay, we're not going to take for the another one, that is going to be 17 1, because there is only going to be present the 16 hourglass in this array as well. Okay, and what we need to do is we need to take the sum of that hourglass, and we need to consider for another previous one hourglass. And in the first case we didn't have any hourglass here, then we are going to store the sum of this hourglass. Okay, and then the sum is sum of a hourglass value. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take for all this hourglass, and we need to take for all the sums of our hourglass, and we need to consider that what is and which hourglass has the maximum sum out of it. Okay, so let's say we have this sample input. Okay, and the sample output is going to be 19. Why? Because the A contains the following hourglass, that is going to be 16 hourglass. Okay, so let me give you the quick example. Okay, so we are taking for the first 3 row, first 3 columns. Okay, in the first row, and then we are taking for the another 3, and then we are taking for another 3. Okay, but in the hourglass we are not taking for the 1 0 and 1 2 values. Okay, that is going to be indexes of this array. Okay, and then we are taking for the another 3. We are going to iterate for this. Okay, if so when I'm taking through my code, then I will also give the exact explanation of this problem as well. So let's say we are taking for another 3 values here, then we are going to take for another 3 values here. Okay, then we are going to take for another 3 values here. Okay, and apart from this, if we are taking for the 4 hourglass, okay, let's say we are taking for 4 hourglass, and if we take for another 5th hourglass in the first row, then it will be out of index. Okay, so if we are taking for 0 0, then there is nothing present in the 7th indexes of the first row. Okay, so now we are not going to take for the another one. Okay, so what we need to do is here, let's give my explanation or my code as well, so you can easily understand it. Okay, so what I have done here is I have taken the input from the user. Okay, with the range of 6, because there is always going to be the only 6 values. Okay, so I am going to take for the list, means I am going to the map for the first line, and then I will take for this line as a list, and I am going to store it into the this array. Okay, so it will take for the 6 list as well. Okay, so we have the 6 list here. Okay, so I am just explaining with the 2 lists here, but there is going to be the 6 list in this array. Okay, and then what we need to do is we are going to take for the another array as well, that is going to be take for the hourglass. Okay, and that is going to be sum of the hourglass, okay, present in the this array. Okay, so what we need to do is we are going to take for the 4 for loops, and that is why, because let's say we have this hourglass. Okay, and these are the indexes of this first hourglass. Okay, let's say we are taking for the first hourglass. So how we can calculate the sum out of it, and we are going to take for A and B, because we are not going to consider these 2 values in our sum. Okay, so we are going to take for the for L in the range 0 to 4. Why? Because in the first row we only have 4 for hourglass. Okay, and another for k in range from 0 to 4, and that is why, because we are taking from column as well. Okay, so we have the 4 hourglass in the row as well, and then we have the 4 hourglass in the column as well. Okay, so these 2 for loops will not iterate for this hourglass, and apart from that it will iterate for these kinds of values. Okay, so I will give you the exact example as well. So let's say we have the L in the range 0 to 4 and K in range 0 to 4. Okay, so I am going to take value of the I in range from L comma L plus 3, that is going to be the 0 comma 3, and also the value of the, sorry, I'm not going to return here because it will cost me for errors. So let's say we are taking for the I, first of all I. Okay, so the value of the I is range from 0 to 3. Okay, also 0 to 3 for the J index as well. Okay, so let's say we are iterating for 0 to 3 here, and we are not considering A and B, that is going to be the 1 comma 0. Let's say I am going to do the same for these indexes as well. So let's say we have the 1 0 here, and we have the 1 2 here. Okay, so we are not going to consider these 2 indexes, and we are going to take for the continue. So we are not taking for these values. Okay, so let's say we have the for I is range from 0 to 3 and J range from 0 to 3. Okay, so here we can consider that if we have taken for the first row, then the row part is here is the plus 1. Okay, so we have the 0 here, and but we have the here 1. Okay, but we have also 0 here, and we have also 0 here. Okay, so here the row is going to be the same, but the values of the columns indexes are going to be changes. Okay, so we have the 0 and we have the 2 here. So we are going to take for the an if condition. So if the value of the I is equals to the L plus 1, so if we have the 0 here, okay, so value of the I is equals to the 0 here. Okay, so let's say we have the value of the I is equals to the 1 here. Okay, so we are going to consider for this row. Okay, so because these 3 values are going to be into the sum, and these 3 values are going to be into the sum, but only the one value that is going to be into the middle part is going to be into the sum. Okay, so we have the 1 here, and let's say value of the I is equals to the 1, then it will take for L is going to be the 0. Okay, because we have the value of the L is equals to the 0, and then it will take for the 1. Okay, so what is the value of the I is equals to the 1, and what is the value of this expression is going to be the 1. Okay, so it will take for this condition as well, or this indexes, and that it will not consider this this value. Okay, so and then we are going to check for the another value that's going to be present on the 1,2 here. Okay, that is going to be into the first row and the second column. Okay, so we are checking for the if the value of the j is equals to the k, means let's say we have the j is equals to the 0 and the k is equals to the also 0. Okay, so if the value of the k is equals to j, then it will not consider this. Okay, so we have the 1 and 0, so here we have the 1 and 0 as well. Okay, so we are not considering this. And if the value of the j is also is equals to the k plus 2, means we have the 0 plus 2, that is going to be j. If the value of the j is equals to the 2, and it will going to be 2. Okay, so 2 is equals to the 2, so it will take for this value as well. Okay, so we have the 1 here, we have the 2 here, so this index is not going to be considered into the sum part. Okay, so we are going to do not going to continue for these values. Okay, so and if there is not condition, these conditions are not satisfying for these rows and columns. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to take the sum out of this. Okay, so we are going to take for the I and j, means we are going to take for the first value and we are going to take into the sum. Okay, initially the value of the sum is equal to the 0, and we are going to append it into the this list as well. Okay, and we are going to take for all the sums into the this array as well, because we have the 16 hourglass here, and then we are going to take for the maximum out of this array. Okay, so that is going to be t array. So in the first for loop we are going to take for all these values. Okay, that is going to be given by the user, and we are going to append it into this array. Okay, and then in the another we are going to take for the 4 for loops, and in this for loop, because this is the L is going to be 0 to 4, then it will iterate for 0 to 4 values. Okay, 0 to 4 rows, and in this k part it is going to be iterate for 0 to 4. Okay, in this array. Okay, and this is for the row part, this is for the column part, and this is for the initial values for this. Let's say we have these values, and then this for loop is taking for these 3 values here, these row, these 3 rows, and this for loop will take for the another 3 columns in this values. Okay, and we are going to check for these values as well, and if these condition is occurring, then we are going to continue with the code, and if not, then we are going to sum up with the values of the array. Okay, and then we are going to append into the sum of the array into the this list, and then we are going to take for the sum is equal to 0, and then we are going to check for the another hourglass as well. Okay, so I hope you can understand, and then we are going to print the max out of this list as well, because we need a maximum sum out of the hourglass. Okay, so that's it. This is a very time consuming problem, and I have already solved this problem before 2 years, so that's why. So that's it. This is the problem, and this is the solution of me. Okay, so I will be meeting you very soon with another problem and another solution as well. And before that, if you are new here, then please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to like and share this video to all of your friends. Okay, so bye bye and see you again.